So the heels and the hips, we all know they're connected, well, hopefully so, but how can you keep them connected during the golf swing to deliver extra power and extra consistency? Hi guys, my name is Peter Finch, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and please comment below on everything that you see in today's video. If you don't recognize Danny, make sure you go down into the description below and check out his videos. It's a really, really good channel, which you will learn a lot from. But heels and hips, Danny, talk to me what we're actually going to be explaining to people today.
I think really a lot of people through the impact area, they just don't use their hips and the lower body effectively. And I think one of the key factors is if they can learn the feel of what they should be doing through the impact area here and how the footwork should be working, I think it'll just really help them get more consistency in terms of squaring that club face and avoiding those kind of inconsistent ball strikes and the flipping of the golf club.
Awesome. Let's have a check out of how you can get this into your game. And as if by magic, we both now have alignment sticks in our hands to actually demonstrate, we did, to actually demonstrate a couple of drills about that lower half control and exactly what it can mean for impact. So the first drill that I'm going to show is a little bit of right heel and then left hip. I'm interested to get kind of Danny's input on this, because one of the big issues that I do tend to find with a lot of my lessons is they can't really control the lower half to actually clear the space to allow the club to come through, so they can actually control what they're doing with their dynamic
They kind
loft.
of struggle with that feel, don't they? They kind of know what to do, but they struggle to get the feel of it, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Dynamic loft. So what I do tend to see is a lot of players with their right foot and their right hip, that comes up and moves away just a little bit too quickly. So you tend to see with most of the best ball strikers out there, they do generally have a lot of control over that trail foot.
Absolutely.
I think some of the maybe examples otherwise than that, if you think about Justin Thomas, the way he does it, but then he clears his hips back and away just like in a ridiculous fashion, and that's what we're going to be talking about.
And he's hugely athletic.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So this is the drill that I kind of want at least you to try just to have a go with, to actually control the lower half and stop the early extension and just give yourself that room to actually maneuver in. So I've got an alignment stick here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it under my right heel. Now I've angled this away and towards my left hip, because the whole point of this is on the way down is to try and keep the right heel pressed down into that alignment stick and then get the left hip cleared back around and try and feel like it's over the alignment stick. Now what this allows you to do is actually keep the right hip, the right foot, the right knee under control. Oh, thank you very much.
That's all right, just for visual.
And also clear all this room for the hands to actually operate in. So it's just getting set up, not really changing much to the backswing here, although use of the trail arm correctly will kind of help with early extension as well, but that will be for a separate video, I think. Maybe a 7-part series coming very soon. But getting set up, getting that alignment stick under the right heel, keeping it pressed down on the way through, and then just getting that left hip actually clearing back and left at the same time. And then after impact, it's allowing that foot to then move up, because it's impact that matters. It's clearing that space when you actually strike, and then it's allowing the body to actually move up. Now, with this space that's been created, that's great.
Yeah.
But what can we actually do with the club? So if you are allowing yourself, if you already created that space, if this isn't an issue for you, what can you actually do with the handle to actually create a little bit more?
So yeah, I find when I'm coaching a lot of, sorry Peter, when I'm coaching a lot of golfers, they work really, really hard to kind of stop this early extension in position here, and they get the lower body working pretty good, but they struggle to get the feel of it. So I've got what I call the 45 drill, which is basically this. Whenever you get the club swung up in a decent position here, what you want to get the sensation of is when you're coming down into impact here, you want to imagine that the club is at a 45-degree angle and kind of matches the hip line here just before impact. So you see my hands here are opposite my right leg, and I'm in a great delivery position. Very different to the golfers that in a sense are getting here. So I'll just show you from this angle. So what a lot of golfers are doing is that when they get into this position here, they often kind of driving upwards, so they get the club there. But if you kind of get the sensation, it's a great visual image of firing the club down to a 45-degree angle here, This is 90, this is 90, this is 45, and you try and get that matching the hip line. It's a great feeling to kind of get that, work that club through square. Very different, like I said, to this position where people get the block or the flipping motion of the hands. So it's a great way of squaring that club face up and making it much more stable.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why we're talking about this and why early extension actually is an issue, because it's something that is a phrase and it's a swing problem that you hear thrown around quite a lot,
yeah.
but actually people might not understand why it's an issue, and that is the problem. So actually coming through, getting that posture moving up, that humping the goat type of movement, and actually getting trapped in behind the hands and then having to flip or then having to block. So it's a real lack of control over the club face at the point of impact. So guys, hopefully that gives you a little bit more of an explanation and a little bit more insight into what you can do at the point of impact and the options and the differences that you actually have. Remember, we're not advocating here a one swing fits all. You know, there are lots of options that you can actually have. But Danny, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate all your help today. It's been really good. Hopefully you've enjoyed these videos down here at Canterbury as well. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and go check Danny out in the description below, and make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. Follow us on all our other social media platforms, and please comment below on everything that you've seen in today's video. So guys, thanks for watching so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you down here next time.